How I Met Your Father, the upcoming offshoot of popular CBS show How I Met Your Mother, has received unflattering reviews from critics before its debut this Tuesday night, January 18. Review website Rotten Tomatoes has slammed the show, reporting a 36% approval rating, which isn't great by anyone's standards. Today, we're discussing why it is being billed as one of the worst reboots ever, plus other news from the show, so stay tuned. First up, who will be appearing on How I Met Your Father? The How I Met Your Mother spinoff will star Hilary Duff in the lead role as Sophie. Duff found fame early on in the titular role as Lizzie McGuire in the hit Disney show. She has since gone on to star in more than 20 movies, as well as a ton of TV shows. Duff's character's future self will be played by Sex and the City icon Kim Cattrall. Born in Liverpool, England, Cattrall shot to fame in the 80s, starring in movies such as Mannequin and Police Academy. Playing Jesse is Chris Lowell, who's had prominent roles in the dark hit comedy psychological thriller Promising Young Women a couple of years ago. Lowell also had parts in Up in the Air and The Help, all of which were nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Francia Reza plays the character of Valentina. Reza started her career with a small role in Iraq War TV show Over There. She went on to star in Bring It On, All or Nothing, The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and Grown-ish. Also appearing on the show are Tom Ainsley, who's been cast in the role of Charlie, Tien Tran as Ellen, and Shirak Sharma completing the main cast. Daniel Augustin, Josh Peck, and Ashley Reyes will have smaller, recurring roles as Ian, Drew, and Hannah, respectively. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on the show? Let us know below. Next up, how will it be related to the original? So How I Met Your Mother finished a whopping 7 years ago. Has it really been that long? And fans of the show are eagerly awaiting the upcoming spin-off, How I Met Your Father, which will be with us this week. Some critics have described the original as one of the last truly great sitcoms on TV. The show filled the void in a post-Friends world and came just as the era of box set binging was starting to take flight. The show has been roundly panned for its ending, however, and critics have given similar reviews about How I Met Your Father. The series actually attempted a revival with the short-lived How I Met Your Dad, but now a real live sequel is ready to launch and will attempt to win back fans of the original. The new show is actually viewed as a sequel, but we don't know yet if it will take place in the same universe, surely it will, and if there will be any crossover appearances from characters from the original. Duff's character of Sophie is an unlucky in-love photographer and is dragging around the baggage of her family's track record in the love department. Her story is being told in the future, like the original show, but this time from Cattrall's, older Sophie's, point of view. Will you be tuning in to see how it stacks up against the original show? So, what has the reaction been to How I Met Your Father? Stay tuned. The show has followed the original's lead in having a main character who struggles to find love, but also has a love interest who isn't completely sold on the idea of striking up a romance at this point in his life. The series has a lot more diversity than its predecessor and is more open-minded in what could possibly happen in the love arena. It seems to try a little too much, especially when it comes to the use of the word trademark, which are they attempting to make this the show's catchphrase? We're not entirely sure. And talking about trying too hard, there's also the fact that the show seems to be trying to prove it's not your parents' sitcom, like its predecessor, with its use of odd subplots which don't seem entirely appropriate or at home in a classic family sitcom setting. Like, there are references to high-tech sex toys and male genitalia. What on earth? The show also seems a little forced when it comes to the diversity angle, and it seems as though trans character of Ellen is just there to check a box. Why not give her a more prominent role if they're trying to make the show more diverse? Too often, she seems like the odd one out, and the first few episodes are left wondering what is exactly that she brings to the table. Be sure to let us know what you guys think once you've tuned in. So how long does the show take place after its parent show? Pardon the pun. As anyone who watched the original knows, the show took place across a wide timeline with the characters' stories taking place in the present day, 2005, and also in 2030. The new spin-off will almost certainly take place in the same universe, so expect some character overlap and even a few Easter eggs in reference to the first show. The newer show will take place between the final episode of the original and a future timeline, so we should probably expect some direct connections. The show focuses on Sophie telling her son the story and takes place in 2050. 2050, 20 years after Robin and Ted are reunited in 2030, and will presumably be able to fill any missing information from those 20 years. So, How I Met Your Father begins in 2022, and we now know that Ted and Tracy are married with kids, Marshall is on the New York State Supreme Court, and Barney has a 2-year-old daughter. We know that Tracy is still alive for another couple of years, so does that mean we might see a cheeky cameo from Ted and Tracy? If the show has the same amount of seasons as its predecessor, then that will take us up to 2031, and it will be interesting to see if the show adapts to Ted's details from the original. What storyline do you want to see addressed in the spinoff? Let us know below. Some controversy in the world of Hilary Duff now. Stick around to find out more. Lizzie McGuire's star, Duff, recently posted a video to Instagram featuring a 3-year-old daughter, Banks. The toddler was on video reciting lines from the popular RuPaul's Drag Race, but eagle-eyed fans spotted something amiss in the video. Banks was sitting in the car without a car seat, which raised safety concerns for the youngster. The child's size means she wouldn't be fully protected should there be an accident, and she should really have been in a car seat, which would give her much more protection should they have been involved in an accident. Local law in the state of California says that children under the age of 2 need to be strapped into a rear-facing car seat unless they weigh more than 40 pounds or are taller than 40 inches. Duff's daughter is 3, however. The law also says the children under the age of 8 who are less than 4'9" need to be in a booster seat. Duff declined to comment on the controversial video and chose to ignore fans who pointed out her error. However, the child's father, Matthew Coma, sarcastically commented, "You are truly a hero for speaking up," when responding to one comment. Duff has 2 other children, and this isn't the first time the actress has been in hot water following her parenting methods. She took some heat last year for sharing that she had her youngest baby's ears pierced. Where do you stand on this one? Let us know below. And finally, we're discussing other shows to look out for this week. Sunday, January 16th sees a new comedy show in Somebody Somewhere. The show follows singer Sam, who struggles with loss and fitting in. She finds solace in a group of outsiders who encourage her to not give up. The show airs on HBO at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday night on Hallmark will be a Betty White love-in, with a marathon 40 episodes of The Golden Girls. Viewers can roll back the years and get their fixes of Rose Nyland, and in the middle of their viewing of The Lost Valentine at 8 p.m., in which White starred with Jennifer Love Hewitt. Once the movie finishes, we're right back to The Golden Girls until 5 a.m. What better way to spend a Monday? Will you be tuning in? Let us know below. A couple of Netflix shows are also returning. Last Friday, January 14th, saw the return of hit Ricky Gervais' show, Afterlife, which came back for the 3rd season, and Friday of this week, January 21st, see the hit crime thriller Ozark return for its final installment, which we can't wait for. Which show are you most looking forward to watching this week? Let us know below. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun revelations. Why not do us a solid and share this video with any TV show fans you know of? Bye, guys.